What do you mean you're late? 1 minute, give or take a minute. How are you all? Today, yes, as you can see, we're going all in. Let's see what you people think. I'll tell you what I think. I've got a couple of things I actually try and get to show you today, which I didn't get to try and show you yesterday because I was trying to keep up with the chat. My word, I failed miserably, did I not? But we got there in the end. We got there. But I was talking about with Donald Trump and the fact that they're actually looking to stand back and laugh at the people of the UK. The Trump administration has launched a blistering attack on Britain's failure to tackle the migrant crime crisis, ordering American diplomats to collect damning data on offences committed by migrants in the UK. In a scathing cable sent to embassies last week, the White House accused both Conservative and Labour politicians of repeating letting down voters on immigration. That's like literally as far as I got, if you remember. And then that was it. I was trying to keep up with everyone. It was going crazy. But basically, yes, Donald Trump is well, laughing. Let's just say he's laughing, shall we? And the Americans are laughing at us in the UK because everything about us is just blooming wrong. And you can completely understand why people are laughing. We've got a democracy in UK and we're like, oh, okay, let's allow Islam and the ideology to rule. And like we're bowing down to 6% of the population, which is really weird. And like I mentioned, Tesco Christmas trees are blooming evergreen. I mean, what are we going to have now? Are they going to be called December turkeys? What? Christmas turkey? No, don't. Sorry, can't call it Christmas turkey. What are you on about? Insulting 6% of the population. We've got to bow to them, oh lords. Which I don't blooming think so. Do you? Do not blooming think so. Let's I will have to pin it. Pin the message because I did say like if you want to come up, have your say, you can. I've got my headphones ready, but I don't know, like because people like we even have people say, "Oh, you're Islamophobic and you're racist and what's it, fascist, bigot." I've had it all. I'm like, when you're talking about blooming life and things that are worrying, but I found out after doing a little bit of research, like we do, but it did obviously it's a bit out of date because it said like the latest elections there was 26 Muslim MPs in UK Parliament, and I was like, well, and I looked elsewhere, but I couldn't find anything more up to date if any had been gone or whatever. But this will make you laugh because like obviously you got Humza. I saw that on there. Buongiorno. How are you doing? Billy No Mate said, not ban them, just deport the entire bunch. That'll solve the problem. But then people are like, oh no, you can't say that. You know what it's like. Ban ideology that doesn't fit with the same God, Jehovah, isn't Allah. Different deities is that supposed to be, or identities? But yeah, you could never ever claim that Allah is the God of the Bible. Never. You're right. So Allah have daughters. A lot mentioned in Quran, even different mindset. Yeah, they're totally different. Ban the lot of them. Dave Toby said. MPs included. Yep. Because I'm gonna read out. You never guess what most of these flipping MPs have got in common, isn't it? Oh, that was me. Pat is in the house. It's a shame because it's saying like at our names because it's Pat leather straps, and if you know the Quran and Islam, you know the eyes are the leather strap of the anus, according to said Quran. Mark, bonjour, Mark. Hello. It seems like we were live just yesterday. Oh, no, we were, weren't we? Because I wasn't live Monday. My bad. But we done Tuesday. But yeah, we're here Wednesday and we're here Friday. It's all good. I've reached a point now that I have finally understood that talking to those with opposite views goes nowhere. You can't talk to a closed mind. That's basically what Islam is, isn't it? I think maybe it's something they're taught because they don't listen. Because you've got the Islamic dilemma and this, that, and everything else. Well, you got loads of stuff wrong with Islam. And you can talk to you blue in the face, and they're like, nothing wrong with Islam, religion of peace. No, the religion that has you in pieces because all I do is blow people up. Do you know what I mean? Are you all good? Happy days, mate. Happy days. It's good to have you and Mark back in the house. Living a dream. If you want to allow a freedom of religion, then we have to make the different religions aware they will be held accountable for extremism. Yes. But when we say extremism, I mean, blimey, to me, Islam is everything to do with extremism, I mean, and terrorism. It's just literally like Islam is the problem. I don't have a problem with, or does anyone have a problem with any Jews, Hindus, Buddhists, Christians? No, they don't. Yeah, I said yesterday, I think it's Andrew Wilson on Modern Day Debate with Daniel Hakitichu. He was saying like he actually went through the countries saying like their IQ is like 80 and 60 and all that, and it's all gone down because obviously they do all this like incest and first cousin marriage and everything, and obviously there's going to be birth defects, and it's just if you know, you know. That's usually how we refer to people who marry their relatives. Yes. Yep. I don't know if it's white or brown bread, but they're definitely inbred. 1,000,000%. Yep. You wait till you get. I've got a list. I've got a list of MPs. You're gonna love it. I'll actually tell you what party they're from, and you'll be like, "I knew that. I knew that." It's not just Islam. People on the left won't talk to those on the right. With Islam, it is even worse. Yeah. It's like we're right. End of. Yeah. I'm always open minded. I'm always up to have my mind changed. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I was yesterday, one about saying it was like 60%. It was only 18%. I got that one truly wrong, but my bad. But yeah, I've done a little bit of research, and the 26 apparent Muslim MPs, but that does include the former First Minister of Scotland, Humza Yousaf. But we've got he's from the SNP, if you remember. But you've got Sadiq Khan, who's the Mayor of London. What an absolute prat that man is. He's in the Labour Party. We've got Dr. I'm not saying them all, I'm just going to go about 12 or so of them, but Dr. Rosina Alin Khan is an MP for Tooting, Labour Party. Afsana Begum, MP for Poplar and Limehouse, Labour Party. Imran Hussain, MP for Bradford East, Labour Party. Afzal Khan, MP for Manchester Gorton, Labour Party. Tahir Ali, MP for Birmingham Hall Green, Labour Party. Dr. Zubair Ahmed, MP for Glasgow South West, Labour Party. Sadiq Al Hassan, MP for North Somerset, Labour Party. What? But there is Nusrat Ghani and Saqib Bharti for Weldon and Meriden, respectively, Conservative Party. And there's 2 independent MPs from Birmingham, Perry Barr and Blackburn. But how many in the Labour Party? And we're saying about the Labour wanting the Muslim vote. Come on, people. You can see what's going on. Muslim vote. I mean, blimey. I only read out about 12 of them, and 8 of them are from the Labour Party. So that's why the Labour Party says and does what it does and bows. And we're stuck with Sadiq Khan. What do you think about Sadiq Khan? I mean, what an absolute prat. But we're always going to struggle with what you're saying here, Mark. If people aren't willing to listen, then how can anything ever improve? Ever. Because people aren't listening. I mean, we are given the gift of communication, the gift of speech, the gift of hearing, the gift of seeing. But no, we've got to close all those senses off because obviously we're right, you're wrong, end of. And that is just not going to get anywhere, ever. Curious as to what examples you have to prove that Islam is uniquely violent. Do you really want to know, mate? Do you really want to know? What I can do, right? I'll actually, I've got it here. Is why it's uniquely violent. The fact that it's sort of run by a warlord has got nothing to do with it. But by reading the Quran, you have chapter 2, verse 191, slay the unbelievers where you find them. Chapter 3, verse 28, Muslims must take the infidels as friends. I'm not going to say each one, but any religion other than Islam is not acceptable. Maim and crucify infidels if they criticize Islam. All these are in the Quran. So if you want to go to Quran.com and put in what I've just said here, it will come up and it will show, obviously, said verse, which inspires terrorists. Just so you know. Maim and crucify infidels if they criticize Islam. Terrorize and behead those who believe in scriptures other than the Quran. Muslims must muster all weapons to terrorize infidels. The unbelievers are stupid. Urge the Muslims to fight them. When opportunity arises, kill the infidels wherever you catch them. The Jews and the Christians are perverts. Fight them. Even though they got a prophet that married a 6-year-old, but you know. Make war on the infidels living in your neighborhood. Punish the unbelievers with garments of fire, hooked iron rods, boiling water, melt their skin and bellies. Do not hanker for peace with the infidels. Behead them when you catch them. That's written in the Quran. Now, if you want to go to one little bit further and say, right, you know, with Sharia law, because, you know, it seems to be like about 50% of Muslims want Sharia law in this country. It's even more barbaric because theft is punishable by amputation of the hands. Criticizing or denying any part of the Quran is punishable by death. Criticizing Muhammad or denying that he is a prophet is punishable by death. Criticizing or denying Allah is punishable by death. A Muslim who becomes a non-Muslim is punishable by death. A non-Muslim who leads a Muslim away from Islam is punishable by death. A non-Muslim man who marries a Muslim woman is punishable by death. Homosexuality is punishable by death, but sodomizing boys is fine. Hello, Islam. Girls' clitoris should be cut. That's Muhammad's words, book 41, Kitab al-Adab, Hadith 52-51. Girls can be sodomized until and vaginally raped after 8 years of age. A woman or girl who has been raped cannot testify in court against her rapists. Testimonies of 4 male witnesses are required to prove rape of a female. A woman or girl who alleges rape without producing 4 male witnesses is guilty of adultery. A woman or girl found guilty of adultery is punishable by death. As of March 2018, the British government has actually designated 58 organisations as terrorist and banned them. 44 of these organisations were banned under the Terrorism Act of 2000. 2 of these were also banned under the Terrorism Act of 2006 for glorifying terrorism. That's Islam. So if you want to get down to it, I will actually say, like, you got fundamentalist Islam. That's learn to speak with. Revivalist movement that seeks to return to the founding scriptures of Islam, such as the Quran and the Hadith, and often includes a literal interpretation of these texts. It may also advocate for the elimination of non-Islamic influences and the return of societies to Islamic principles. That is a fundamentalist Islam. Jihadists are those who justify the use of violence, including terrorism, to achieve their goals. They argue that jihad is an individual obligation for all Muslims, and that Muslims must lead, and that Muslim leaders are illegitimate. Jihadists often seek to incite their fellow Muslims to rise up and fight against perceived enemies. And then you've got political Islam. As a broader concept, encompasses a range of beliefs and practices that may include both fundamentalist and jihadist interpretations. It can involve political activism, social reform, and participation in democratic processes. Right. Can you see the problem, anyone? I mean, I've done my research. I've got it all there. Got it all written down. So if you want to come up with silly little comments saying like, why is Islam uniquely violent? Boom. That's exactly why it's uniquely violent. It's disgraceful. But you can have your say. The link is up. I should have pinned it. Make sure it's pinned at the top of the chat. If you want to actually come up and physically like talk or whatever, then you can do. I've got my headphones. I've got my headphones. Otherwise, I won't be able to hear anything if I don't put my headphones in. But yeah, so basically, Quran just incites terrorism. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. I read those verses. Like I say, you can go to Quran.com or Sunnah.com. They're like sort of respective websites where you can get all the texts. But basically, say anything or do anything against Islam is punishable by death. So, extremists go to both ends, both good and bad. A good Muslim does not mean all are good, and a bad Muslim doesn't mean all are bad. But when you see those figures with the crimes we talked about, you see that if at least 3 in every 10 go into jail with our current soft on immigrant court and extremist attacks every month, it is hard to view it as anything but bad. Yes. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You know, when you say like, you know, a good Muslim don't mean they're all good, or bad, or whatever. I understand that, but I think I said yesterday though, didn't I? I'm trying not to say too much to repeat myself and bore you to death. But if I was a Muslim and then you're looking out at Islamic terrorism, the paedophile prophet, the death, the oppression, or you can beat your wife, no respect for women, whatever. I personally would be like, hang on a minute. I will no longer be a Muslim and I'll convert. I'll become Christian or Jewish or something. But, oh, we got someone in the back end. The screen's rather black. Paula's in the back. I can see her. I'm going to have to get my headphones ready. Paula's going to have her say. But the screen's very black. I think she's turned all the lights out. She's going to go, boo. She's in there somewhere, but I can see you at the back end, Paula. I see you messing around. When you're ready, give me a thumbs up. Yeah, I think Muslims should literally sort of denounce the religion, and if they've done that, you'd understand it, or I would have more respect for it, but they don't. So are they as bad or not as bad? I see Paula showed her face, and then it's let me add it to the stage. Buongiorno. There we go. You're popping in and out. We can see you.
Oh, okay. Hi. I've never done it before.
That's all right. No worries. We are paid. Technology.
I've never done it. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Sorry.
It's a bit crackly up. It's probably a internet thing, technology. But I could definitely see you though.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's right. It's all happy days.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm living the dream. I'm just sat here growing my hair and my beard, doing nothing important.
Oh, very good. Very good. I was looking for a stream actually that was explaining.
Yep.
Sorry.
It's like
I was looking for a stream that was explaining the teachings. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yep, explaining the teachings of the Quran, I think it's called.
Yes, the Quran. Yes, I have one here. I can't even move. You know when you put things in silly places? This is one of those moments.
Yeah. I got a flat full of that stuff.
I have. It's called My Wife and Kids. No.
Careful.
It's
You've been reading too much.
I am. I've got the IQ of a Muslim now. My bad. But it's back to front. It's back to front.
Oh, here we go.
It's supposed to be like that.
That's a true Satanist.
I mean, you know something's bad.
I think that's how the Satanists do it. Yeah, that's about right.
My mum used to say, "You're back to front, you are," and I took that as a bad thing. And now the Quran's back to front. But yes, I've gone through about half of the Quran. I've made notes and this and that and everything else. But did you hear the things I just read out? Like, there's actually incites terrorists in the so-called Quran, which is supposed to be a holy book, is it not? But it teaches such bad stuff. I don't know if you're here when I read it.
It's dreadful. I've never done the calling before, so I was actually trying to do the stream my yard. So I wasn't listening. I was trying to log in at the same time, just to call in and say hi, thanks for your time and taking the time to do this, because not many people are, and it is important that we get it. But I don't want to go and buy a Quran, and stuff like that.
No, I mean, I had to waste £5.89 on eBay.
Oh my God.
I was not happy. But the thing is, though, like people say, like, have you read it and this and that? And like, I do read it online, but to have it here, I'd like to prove it. Do you know what I mean? Because otherwise they're like, But you will find, like, if you ever try to say anything with regards to Islam, because you read it in English, they will make out that's wrong, because they're like, no, you should have read it in Arabic, the translation. And they just claim anything and everything. And there's only one Quran. And obviously not one dot, not even one word could ever been changed. But the last time I heard Hatun Tash talk, I think she said there's 36 Qurans and there's over 100,000 differences. so
yeah. And there's
over
100,000 different personalities as well. So some will be half within it, some will be a quarter within it, and some will be like full pelt in your face.
Yeah.
Discipline.
I should be able to bring this up actually on. It baffles me. Let me bring my little picture up.
I think while you're doing that, I just really want to say that's what worries me the most, is that a lot of these people in government, they don't have a clue. So that's some of them do, and it's being forced upon us, people that don't really have a clue. I do listen to Tommy Robinson a lot as well, and I just hear certain things and I think, why are the government allowing this? What's really going on behind the scenes here?
I think you've hit the nail on the head. It's a case of they just do not understand it. They probably don't know nothing about it. They just think, oh, it's Islam, it's a religion. How nice. That's it. They have no idea what's written in the hadiths, what's written in the Quran. I mean, for me, I only started really looking, I sort of like dabbled here and there, but once I had my near-death experience, I decided to sort of dive a bit more into religion, because I didn't feel like I was immortal anymore. But what should I say? It probably took about half hour, and I came across like a hadith, and I've never forgot it. Sahih al-Bukhari 5134, where it clearly states that the Prophet married a 6-year-old and consummated the marriage of her when she was 9. That was it. Soon as I read that, that was it. I was done. I was like, nope. And then I started watching David Wood, God Logic, Apostate Prophet, Christian Prince, you name it. They're all out there. So I wanted to learn more. Do you know what I mean? Because I was like, this is so far wrong. And all we ever hear about is like the terrorism. And we got people like Keir Starmer going, why have we got this terrorism? And you think, but it's not terrorism. It's Islamic terrorism. The clue's in the title.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is literally how stupid they are.
It's just and
but
a
what you
lot
can
of,
see on screen, I mean, it's get put around here, there, and everywhere. But it's always worth keeping a copy, so I did. But it basically does inspire terrorists. I mean, there's no ifs, buts, maybes. You can get a Quran, go to whatever. We call it chapters, they call it surahs, but you'll find the chapter and the verse, and it's there. So, I mean, for a government to say this, that, and everything else, but not know anything about it, why would you talk about that? It makes no sense. So you're right, basically. In a long-winded kind of way.
Another thing I can't shift from my heart is that a lot of these politicians have been guilty of different crimes. So I don't know if they would. It's unfair to say because not all of them, but a lot of them might want to bring the legal age down for girls. I feel like a lot of some of these things that are being believed in this book, they do fit in with what some we've seen a lot of crimes come out, even with the BBC and the child, what's ever going on with that, because I can't name names or anything like that, but I mean we see a lot of paedophiles through the higher up systems, and I feel like they wouldn't mind if we had a lower age of consent. I feel like
definitely. I mean, blimey, there's a lecture doc in the chat. It put it up. There's a Labour website, and it's got a list of all the Labour people that have got crimes against kids. I mean, it's everywhere. But even I think it was Iran or Iraq just lowered the age to 9 to get married. Like 9. You'd still be playing with your little He-Man or Barbie, surely. Do you know what I mean?
And
like,
this is where do we go from here? Yeah, if we don't really get this ban, if we don't put our foot down and say, okay, no to any of this, then on our own heads be it. In the end, it's really creeping in. We're seeing a lot of politicians that are councillors in certain areas, and they are full on. That's what drove me to want to look for it, but I couldn't listen to the imams. There's something about it. I can't sit through it to even get some knowledge through it. I can't sit through it and listen to it. It gives me a headache.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I've got my attention span's terrible, but that's why I can watch people like David with an apostate prophet, because I'm watching them. It's like they're talking to me, and I can sort of get a bit more involved. I mean, what can I say?
I will write that name down.
Yeah, there's a few. They do like God Logic debates a lot of Muslims, and it makes, no matter who he talks to, he'll make them look silly, left, right, and centre, because they do like to say like Islam is the religion of peace, and you're like, really? How on earth do you work that out? What's peaceful about having a paedophile prophet? It's written in the Quran that this. I have to excuse my disgustingness as I tell you this, but it states that Aisha, which is the 6-year-old who was probably raped when she was 9 because she can't consent, but in her words, she says like the Prophet Muhammad, like before prayer, he'd come home and she would scrape the semen off his clothes because then he can go to prayer being clean, but she could always see more on his clothes, and you're like, what? Who would even write that down?
This is really rote. Is that really rote?
Yeah, that is in the Quran. Might be a hadith. Saying that, correct me if I'm wrong, it might be a hadith actually. But obviously the hadiths, you've got to be careful because they throw it at you that that's not official in their eyes or authentic, but there's a word called Sahih, which is Sahih. That means genuine, authentic. So I only read Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim hadiths, because as soon as they say something, you're like, hang on, no, it's Sahih, it's genuine. You can't argue with that. And they hold Aisha in very, very high regard. Like what she says, they're like, yep, it's Aisha. Do you know what I mean? They believe that. So the fact that she narrates that she married him when she was 6 and consummated the marriage or got raped, whatever you want to say, at 9, and then for her to say anything else, they will believe that, but they will try and argue with it.
But there are plenty of stories. There are organisations that help women, and there's stories online. They're giving their testimonies and saying that, oh, they was this age and they was just being the servant in the family home, and then they was married off. There was money involved. There's plenty of stories like that. There's organisations. This is why I get so frustrated with our government, because if there are organisations with all of this documented of what's going on with these young girls, it's being covered up. Even to this day, there's an 80-year-old man, I think it was Norfolk area, and he didn't face no jail time. They had her on the floor. They was trying to do a killing. Someone intervened. She climbed over the neighbour's property. She got away, but he never went to prison for it. And it's like, these are real stories that they're keeping under the carpet, and they're not sharing with us what's really going on. So we have no idea. This is why I don't want to spend my time. We've got a lot of things going on in England at this time that we need to be addressing, but this is sort of creeping closer and closer. There's gangs around the streets now. They're serious gang members. They're not. You can see that it's overload now. It's too much. We need to know something about it, you know.
The problem, I mean, even as sort of like rape as a whole, the actual conviction rate is so low. But when it comes to sort of grooming gangs and that's why I feel it's so bad, because it's a case of, oh, we're too scared to speak out because it involves Muslims. They're worried about that. And you're like, well, what? We just turn a blind eye then, which they obviously did do. And then Sadiq Khan turns around and basically makes out like it's never happened in London, and insults every single victim in London. And he sits there as the mayor. And all he's going on about is, like with that woman, was it Susan Hall in the committee, and going, oh, can she explain what she means by grooming gangs? Oh, can she explain what she means? You're like, are you retarded?
I saw it. I see that. I did see that. I did see that, and it's the look on his face as well. You just know. You just say, oh man, there's a big hairy monster behind all this, and they're pushing for it. They really want this. They really want this happening on the streets. It's so obvious, but you can't put a smug person like that in our faces and expect us not to know that you're doing this on purpose, kind of thing. They're not even trying to correct it or put it right. There's not even one police officer in these major areas. So some areas, I mean, I'm in Dagenham, but if you go to certain areas on the district line, they will openly tell you this is a Somali area, fuck off. You're not allowed to be in that area. It's a different ball game altogether. You can go yourself. I would challenge most MPs to get off every station on the district line and just walk through it. They'd see a different side of London. They've got no idea what's happened.
Well, I know Birmingham. I know that to be like that. People say like, be careful walking around Birmingham as a white person, but they'll probably try and claim it like Palestine and go, no, it's always been under Islam rule. Birmingham's got its own flag. Look, do you know what I mean? And start lying about that.
Yeah, that's slowly creeping in as well. And it's not that I'm trying to say, okay, this is my land, this is England. But what I'm trying to say is, we do deserve to be here. As we don't deserve to be run out. We are the authentic people. We're the indigenous people. We do deserve to say no at some point, especially when hospitals are filled. You can't get a place to live. There's mothers and children just being shoved into private renting, sharing with grown men that they know are out of control with their beliefs. Again, it just spirals all the way back around to these guys are different. Their souls are different to ours because they've been brought up that way. And they're scared. Women are scared to be in these shared houses with them. Even my friend, she was like, look, I'm not going to be paying £1,800 to live. I'm going to have to stay at my mum's until we go abroad, because she can't afford to private rent. So she's back at her mum's. She's not going to pay that amount of money by herself. It's like, if you're not with your partner, unfortunately, you can't really afford to live. And we're paying all this money to help with people that haven't even been born here, and it's like, it's a massive kick in the teeth. Massive kick in the teeth.
And we're not allowed to say anything because we get called Islamophobic, or it's Islamophobia. They're inventing words now to actually defend like the Muslims, which I think is an absolute ridiculous thing to do. But yeah, the fact that, you know, we're a country that sort of likes to help, it's just gone ridiculously over the top. Like you say, like a doctor's appointment, they'll be like, oh yeah, by the time you're better, your appointment might come up if you're lucky, because it'll take like 4-6 weeks. And you're like, why is that? And like you say, I reckon we're getting absolutely mullered, especially with the illegals coming in. They get all free healthcare and this and that. So not only are you paying for it as a taxpayer, you're literally having to sit there and wait for, say, 3 weeks to get an appointment because of it. How is that fair? How does that work? So, oh, she's gone, lost reception. But yeah, basically we're basically being hoodwinked into paying for all and everything, and we shouldn't be. We're nice people, British, aren't we? But no, there's people who literally take advantage of it. Sadiq Khan, what do you mean? What's he done that's so bad? He's literally denying there's such things as grooming gangs. He's defending it all. The man is a little worm. Like, he actually done something for Ramadan in London, but completely ignored St. George's Day. The man is useless, absolutely useless. From what I can see, he's been a bit silly and requesting more money to go to London when the rest of the country is in shambles. What does the Bill of Rights say about foreign power in government? Yep. Hey, business is back. How you doing, business? So, but it's interesting what Paul has said, though. Do you not all agree that, I mean, it's valid questions, and I assume she's not the only person that thinks that as well. So, I'll start with pretending there was no grooming gangs until forced into it. Yeah, that's it. That's basically what he done. I mean, to me, that has got to be the worst thing ever. How do you insult women like that? Because they don't see women as equals. Like I always say, a man is twice as good, or is held in twice as regard. What am I on about, Wiz? Sort your mouth out, mate. A woman is only half that of a man. So my usual example is, if a man inherits his dad's fortune, say he's got 1.5 million, he'll get 1 million, she'll get 500,000, because she only get half of that. So the problem is, so Islam doesn't see women as equals in any shape or form, whereas the UK does, because the UK actually respects all and everyone. There's certain individuals, there's men who obviously do whatever and they have crimes against females. I get that. And they're not just Muslim men, they're Christian men that, you know, wife beaters and God knows what. I get that. So, but what I'm saying is, in the actual Qurans, maybe Hadiths, it's clearly states like how bad it is for women. So, truth hurts, truth hurts. Ooh, that one about homosexuality is straight out of the Bible. That one is, we're talking about Sharia law killing people and everything. It is deemed to be a sin in Christianity as well. But obviously we don't go around killing people for it. Do you know what I mean? That's the difference. So, you know, there's sort of changing with the times. Yes, we are. Gays can actually get married. And what? Not happening in the East. So, what do you think about the Republican putting Sharia law in America right now? Sharia law should be banned. You don't need it. You got American law, you got British law. Read your Bible, because what you are spewing is in that book. Like I just said, whatever. But what I'm spewing is actually directly, as you can see, it's on screen. I'll leave it on screen out of principle. But yeah, so homosexuality is deemed to be a sin in Christianity. But in this country, as a Christian country, like, we turn a blind eye, so to speak. They can get married, they live their lives. We don't want to go and throw them off the tallest building or hang them from a crane or anything. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, elaborate. Yeah, the Bible won't behead you for being an atheist or any other religion. Next. That's basically it. Good afternoon, Nikki. Hope you're well on this glorious day. What is it, 25? You were here obviously a lot earlier, but it taking me time. We had Paula call in. She was obviously showing her concerns and wants to know a bit about Islam, etc. So hopefully you should check out David Wood and Apostate Prophet. I find them very knowledgeable. But who else have we got? Inspiring Philosophy, Reason Belief, Chris from Speaker's Corner, or Chris at Speaker's Corner, Bob of Speaker's Corner. There's so many. God Logic, that's good debating. Christian Prince, Jane Doc. Oh, there's loads, isn't there? So yeah, it's good that they do that, getting the word out there. That's why I can sort of go in and out, and I'll do sort of newsy stuff as well, because there's people out there know a hell of a lot more than I'll do. But I don't want to learn too much. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you're going to make me put my headphones in now, aren't you, geese? Aren't you, geese? But are you aware that the rise of Islamic fundamentalism coincides with America bombing the out of the Middle East? Oh, always trying to make outlets. See, this is it. There's always an excuse for it. Always. Oh, did you know the rise in this is because of America doing that? Oh, did you know the fact that our prophet is a paedophile is because, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Isn't it? It's just all crap. It's all rubbish. Buongiorno, Electro Doc.
How are you? All right. Very lively chat
I'm
this evening.
all good, apparently.
Yes, very lively chat this evening.
Yeah,
so I thought
it went crazy yesterday. I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, I thought I'd show off my new hairdo. Because I've had an haircut, believe it or not.
It's got to be done.
Good old mother. She's a professional hairdresser. Yeah.
Haircut 100.
Why not? Yeah.
But for those of you who are tuning in, watching, Electrodoc does have his own channel. You may put the link in the chat if he's got a brain, so you can always check his stuff out. I'll give you a quick advert. Let me remove this and get our faces a bit bigger.
Yeah, I'll put my camera down a little bit because you can see most of. Not me. Oops, just hit something on keyboard. What's that? Done nothing.
Yeah, we're like, oh. I'm trying to work out why it should be showing display names and everything, but for some reason it's not. Should have your name up on the screen saying Electrodoc.
Yeah. Well, I don't know everybody. I think everybody knows my face by now, mate.
But...
all the regulars do.
Yeah, I suppose they do. Yeah. But where was it? There's plenty of that stuff is also that's when they try and jump to the Bible. But how do we live today compared to them? But Wendy and Junior, I think it's too late. Wiz, the wolf is running the hen house. What do you think about that one, Electrodoc?
Yes, that's terrible. I'm just grabbing my link for somebody who's bullying me into getting it. So I've just got it, and then I shall post it in there. Who is it? Night Nicky it is. It's that bloody Night Nicky again.
Get your link out.
There you go. Got it for you.
That's what you say.
Yeah.
You say that if you're Scottish. Get your link out.
Get your link out there.
That's what Slim would say.
Yeah, where's Slim? I've seen him for a while.
But too late. It does look that way because the government don't look like they're ever going to do anything. Because like when Paula called in saying, or she said, like the government seems to be blind to it. Like, do they literally know nothing about Islam? Because the way they talk, it seems that way to me. What do you think, Electro?
They're in their own bubble, aren't they? They are in their own bubble, listening to their own sources and not listening to people such as who you've mentioned already, Harris Sultan, who's very good. He's an apostate, which means that he's got a price on his head by the Muslim Brotherhood. Yep. And that's who we're talking about, really, is radical Islam, the Muslim Brotherhood. And most Muslims even say, well, they're not even talking for us. Do you know what I mean? Yet we've got people in the chat at the moment that thinks it's all revolving around religion. It isn't. It's nothing to do with religion. We don't, you know, we're atheists. We're chuffing believing unicorns and fairies and you know whatever you want to, and that's why you know it's not just about religion. It's about people wanting to control and take over what rules we've already got in place in the UK, which is UK British law, but they want their own. What a load of codswallop. I mean, what kind of thing is that? Your ignorance and hatred of Muslims and Islam exposes how full of poop I am. I haven't been to the toilet actually for a couple of days, so it's probably right. I don't know. I'm all backed up with Weetabix.
But one thing that doesn't help. I hope you don't get up in the morning and say I'll murder my Weetabix, because that'll make you a serial killer.
Oh my God. We've
but
found a level,
anyway.
ladies and gentlemen. We've found a
Sorry,
level.
mate. That's it. Viewers go to 0. Sorry. But one thing, listen, I think I did say it yesterday, so I don't know if you heard, but the Muslim Brotherhood, being a terrorist organisation in the UK, it's actually physically registered as a charity.
What's that? You broke up. You went springy.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
I've got my booster behind my telly as well. Muslim Brotherhood is actually registered as a charity.
Yes, of
in
course.
the UK.
Yes. And where they're getting their money from? Qatar, I believe.
Yep. Your face
Which is also
disgust. Well, good. I'm glad my face does something.
Oh, that was a while ago, so he's not talking about me, thank goodness.
No, I've got to try and catch up. I'm miles behind, and all. Military intervention causes terrorism, mate. No, it doesn't. The Quran does. Do you think that people in Gaza just decided to go for terrorism because of culture? Yes. Or because they were being kept in an open-air prison? It wasn't an open-air prison. Did you see the photos beforehand? You are 100% full of poo. That is a complete and utter lie. That is the lie, the propaganda thrown out there with Hamas. Because it actually looked quite nice. And people were doing whatever. So, yes, it was all because Hamas got enough money from Iraq, I think it was, who like to sort of pay for their proxy wars, and then Hamas started doing their thing for religious reasons because they hate the Jews, and the Quran clearly states kill all the Jews and then the Christians. So yes, what do you want to say, Electric Doc? I spoke over you there, mate. Sorry. Look, I'm a pillock. Is that a type of? I was going to say I've been called a fish. Oh no, that's a pollock. That's me trying to be funny. Yeah. But anything you want to say about this idiot's comment?
Yeah, I've seen one or two like that. I mean, we just had another one popped up, but I don't think that far down. Hamas was allowed that funding by the state of Israel. Of course they were. Yes, righto. Yeah, there's that much Hamas propaganda out there that folks just blindly believe wherever they're watching a dance on TikTok. You know what I mean? As long as it's danced to them, then, and it's on TikTok, and that's God honest truth, isn't it? Not, prove it. There you go. Follow the money back. See where it's going to. Even if it is going somewhere, then it'll be to a rich person of Israel. And they're not all good. Same as not all Muslims are good, right? Same as not all of everybody is good. So, you got to think about that. You're quoting Benjamin Netanyahu. Yeah, well, his words can be taken out of context. I almost got suckered for one because he said that they hadn't won the Romans. Maybe we should finish that off, right? Maybe he's talking about the Pope on that, which I don't believe our church is actually based on Roman Catholic, is it? Our church is Church of England. So someone trying to conflate that out of all confines of that box, if you like. I can't think of word because I'm crap at big words.
This is it, how they tried to twist it, because they're not actually listening. Follows all Abrahamic religion, including Jewish people and Christians. Jewish and Christians don't go out daily blowing people up. They haven't just slaughtered 150,000 Christians in Sudan. Do you know what I mean? It's all in the name of Islam. So Islam is the problem.
Yeah.
Nikki says hello.
Talk off Rotary. He seems to get it. You're miles up the list at the moment. It's as long as my long arm. Not as long as this army. that one's a few inches shorter. It's the same length as this one. Oh, I should have me what's name on, shouldn't I? Oh, yeah. I forgot all about my thing. Oh, and I've lost my magnet now. I've got them stuck it on the fridge. I've got a thing, look. You see, look, I've got a thing, right, that I need to wear whenever I'm live. Okay? Now then, ask me what it is, Wiz. What on earth is that you've got on there, Richard? Go on, ask me. Ask me what it is.
What is that you have there, Electric Doc, on your chest?
It's as easy as ABC. Anybody who is taking part in a live stream and don't want to succumb to anti-BBC corruption device, It's a clock, mate. It's a clock, and it tells you the time. Look, you see. So if this starts jumping up and down, then you know that people are taking my words out of context, just like Mr. Trump happened to do. And I think all politicians ought to wear one of these, really. So yeah,
that's a good idea, mate.
Of course, it's a good idea, mate. It's one of mine. I even bought a clock.
Oh, right.
And
well, you did say you wanted to be a clock. So
I am. I am TikTok, mate. I've got a big hand and a little hand. I therefore want to time Olympic sporting events. Yeah, think about that one. The girls who think the boys, or opposite way around. It's even got a magnetic thing, you see, so you can fasten it on with a magnet. Get me? Hey? Yes. Let's look at the time, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
It's back to front, but not Tory.
Make sure you haven't got a blooming pacemaker and you put it on and it magnetizes to that. Like, dung, 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 dung.
No, not yet. No. I'll just put that back there because it keeps breaking. It was made in China.
Brian Jones is correct on that one. Yes, Mark. In my case, when the priests got found to be raping young boys, I denounced them. Yep, called them out and it told everybody it was disgusting. I didn't just stay quiet. You and me both, Mark. Yes. I mean, there's, things about whatever going on in the world from all sorts of sects and whatever, but sects, S-E-C-T-S. Nobody is full of hatred except this forum. No, it's not hatred. It's free speech. And we're completely aware because we've been educated to a certain degree on Islam and how bad it is. Oh, it's your comment, mate. We'll ignore that. You're here. What does Judaism think of Jesus and you suck on their peanuts? Oh, honey roasted peanuts. Get in. Yes, what Brian said, look, death and destruction is Islam methods, not a religion. It's a civilization. Well said.
Yeah, I think
Christians are lost. I mean.
There's a lot of trip up with words, There's a lot of trip up with words. People should put radical Islam rather than just Islam because it obviously it triggers some folks, doesn't it? Whenever we say Islam, we mean radical. Yeah, we're not just talking about the moderate lipstick Muslims or whatever. Yeah, as long as they just don't want to start controlling what we're doing, then that's who we're talking about. Yeah, you should have that as like titles or just as a banner at the top. Whenever we mention Wislam, that could be a new username, mate.
Wislam.
Yeah. So if anybody mentions Islam, I'm fairly sure, unless of course they comment otherwise, I'm fairly sure that they actually mean radical. I nearly said it again. They mean radical Islam. So that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
But I genuinely feel like, if it's that bad, you would literally step back and go, I'm no longer a Muslim. I'll be an apostate, because you don't want to be associated with all that. But they don't. They stay within it. And they watch the news. They know what's being done in the name of their religion, but they refuse to leave. So
because they don't. They dare not. They don't. Yeah. I mean, they're all are they weak people? What's up with them? Just leave.
Yeah.
Get your entire street to leave. If anybody comes on your street, then you get them all to, gang up and tell them to bugger off. Whoever's bullying them into being Islam again or wants to chuff in, do whatever they do to folk who leave.
There is a link at the top, pinned comment, folks. If you want to come up and actually physically have your say and call in, then the link at the top there, click on that, and there's a link in there. Any difficulties, let me know and I'll post it up in the chat.
There you go, Wiz. This isn't a video, right? This is, I'd already searched it before. Shall I present myself?
Yes, present. Carol's on the right wavelength. Absolutely no foreign MPs. Yep. Because they're going to force their ideology on us. You know that.
Yeah. So can you see that? I'm not into the thing. Yeah, if you go big, I think you should be able to see it. Yeah, there you go. So hold on, now I've got to go and make it big because it says read more, doesn't it? No, kind of. So yeah, the Bill of Rights, 1689, explicitly states that no foreign prince, person, prelate, state, or potentate, whatever that means, or ought to have any jurisdiction, power, superiority, or preeminence, or authority, whatever that means, or spiritual within the realm. Right. So there you go. I believe the what's the name? The Parliament is part of the realm, isn't it? Yeah. This provision was designed to assert the sovereignty of the English state and prevent external interference. All we basically need is someone with a backbone to make this so. Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's already been written by our forefathers. Yeah. They absolutely understood what we're going to go off. Even back then. So they've already got this in the Bill of Rights, 1689. But of course, they're already destroying the Bill of Rights, aren't they? I mean, look at Lammy, what's it called? The right of a jury. That's been scrapped, hasn't it?
Yeah, what's that all about?
And that's also part of the Bill of Rights, in the Magna Carta, isn't it? There you go. So, that was that. Yeah.
I left this up on the screen because Pat always makes me giggle, but it was folded up like a pretzel. I just thought that was so funny. But with the El Zoot men, big old gay orgy. Like, they kill gays, but the prophet was gay. What? Give an example of Islamic terrorism that wasn't preceded by Americans bombing the country. 9/11, 7/7. What happened? I don't know the date, but the Manchester Arena, Manchester Synagogue.
Mm-hmm.
The bloke's an idiot. He's living in blooming cuckoo land. Some people are free not to believe in Sky Fairy. You penis.
I lost my couth there, mate.
You did. Linda. Nobody voted for Muslim mayors or a certain Muslim cabinet minister of the Home Office who has her sights on becoming PM. This is Britain, and it must be led by a British government. I 100% agree, because as we saw, was it that bloke I mentioned earlier, that Hamza Yusuf being the first minister in Scotland? He was looking to start pushing certain things, wasn't he, from the Islamic ideology onto Scotland, and he got called out.
That's the white Scottish bloke, isn't it? Who's now brought out something to do it. It's a bit like Restore Britain, but for the left, that's trying to get more of them into power, more Islamics into power. Yeah.
Why am I? I see like Tarkov Ratta commenting, but I've not seen anything come up on this when I'm going through it, which is a bit weird. Mm-hmm. 1400, yeah. Where were we? Why do you think that Muslims are a bigger problem than international corporations eating up people's abilities to live? Something to do with, like, bombs and God knows what.
Well, it is people with money. I mean, Qatar have got a lot to do with this stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, look at our education system. This is why they're teaching kids that they can have the bits and bobs chopped off and become opposite sex, because Qatar are funding education, aren't they, with that kind of stuff? And then look at who the Minister of Education is. Who's the Minister of Education? Yep.
Another lie. He's trying to make out that's the Jews, basically, but no, they don't have power over people's lives. There's a bit of propaganda. They're like, oh, that must be true. Do you know what I mean? They're so bad. If you have any doubt, just Google the book of Bukhari. That's one sick-minded book. Sahih al-Bukhari, is it? Wake up, it's the rich that want angry at Muslims, so you aren't fighting them. What? Wake up, it's the rich that want you angry at Muslims, so you aren't fighting them. No, it's Islam that makes people angry at Muslims. Let's get past that. Or George Soros and WF. Yeah, he was a monster. Bukhari spelt it wrong, but have a read. Trying to get through because I've got to try and catch up. I think I'm quite a far behind here. Brian always puts up some good messages. What's he said here? Our flesh combined to the Holy Spirit is a true temple of God. God does not require a house built by the hands of men. That's very true. You seem to know what you're on about there, Brian. So welcome. Please like and subscribe. We need people that have an IQ rather than Muslims with an IQ of 10. The Bakari boys. Then we are grinding on the floor. It would be your comment, wouldn't it, Geese?
Of course it is.
You're going to get banned, mate. You're going to get banned. I'm going to ban you like a Muslim. Nigel Farage is a...
well, I believe, yeah, maybe. Yeah, there you
go. He's just putting up rubbish. Oh, that was it. Yeah, that's when I said. See, that's how far behind I am.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's a trustworthy source or not. I did try asking Google, and it said, "Oh, there are unsubstantiated claims on this thing," so it didn't really give me a proper answer. But then I looked further down the list and found that at the Labour 25 website. Yeah. But how true it is, I don't know. Well, I can't know, can I? Because it's already been censored by the woke YouTube bunch.
Yeah, that's
not yeah. I mean, well, Google bunch, should I say? Yeah.
Trying to catch up is a bloody nightmare. I've done this yesterday. I ended up I had about 4 different things I wanted to go through as to the Muslims and this and that, and Donald Trump and blah blah blah. I ended up doing a tiny little bit, and I still couldn't keep up with the chat. You're right there, Nicky. They don't. I mean, it's
That's what I was saying to you. Like, chat's very lively this evening.
It's just Muslims that seem to be the biggest problem. Don't forget, they're only like 6.7% of the whole country, yet they're doing like such a huge percentage of all the sex crimes and whatnot. So Islam isn't a religion, it's a political conquest. Mark, 3 or 4 rapes are committed by nationals because they are far more nationals. That is, per capita, But 1 in 4, when they're only 6%, that's ridiculously high. Religion doesn't kill you for leaving it or criticizing it. Politically driven cults do. There you go. It's a cult. All religion. You said that last time, Nicky, and I said to you, no, cult is short for culture. But you're entitled to your own view. But I mean, the Jews and Christians let people live as whatever. Islam just like kill you just for looking left or right when you should have looked right and left. So either. But it's all good. We have no country to go to if Islam takes over the UK. That's very true. Not all religions and cults are definitely very different. Yes, they are, which is always a good thing. Complain about the NHS, complain about price, blaming brown people instead of those making the decisions to not fund stuff. What are you about? No, we're saying like the NHS backlog is because we've got about 1 million blooming illegal immigrants that are all men, no women or children.
Our emergency bit yesterday in Majors, and honestly, mate, you could not move. It were wall-to-wall gurneys, with folks laid on them. It were wall-to-wall, honestly, you couldn't move, and it's a big hospital for a small town, you just couldn't move from them. I thought, what's going on here? Is there some kind of terrorism activity gone off, and like everybody's in here? It were like Walking Dead, honestly. Walking through there, everybody were like laid out. And they're only on Monday. But,
I was going to say, Tarkov Rat, I agree with that. It is definitely the ideology of Islam. But I'm just still trying to work out why it's not showing your name and my name and whatnot, because it should be.
Picnic.
But
Picnic. Problem in chair, not in computer.
Trying to have a look, see. There's nothing in the back end that says about that. It's all there, but it's weird, isn't it? How it normally always has said the names, but I don't know why it's not doing that.
Click something, I can't. I don't know. Edit name and headline. I've already got an headline on my little thumbnail under there. It says me. I like to throw.
I mean, sometimes it's because like. Oh, there you go. It's because I'm showing them that. It's because of that. But yeah, There you go, everybody.
How you
Electra
doing?
Doc. I'm not saying anything about the name Richard, but
Dick.
we're not shortening it. Yeah, we're not shortening it for this. Where did I get up to? I've done all that. I forgot where I was. Oh yeah, there and about there. Ignore matey.
There, so that's another one that I spotted, which is probably something to do with Muslim propaganda again.
Yeah, if you think October the 7th was a false flag, organised and permitted by the State of Israel, that's it. You've just like gone full on cuckoo, mate.
You're fully down that rabbit hole. I can't dig you out of that rabbit hole. Sorry, you're stuck down there. Yeah, just like
you just got to do research. Yeah. You just got to find the research, find yourself, and you'll find the truth. Millions of other people I work with, Islam is a whole different beast. It's an ideology. Yes. You read the book, Bakari? Clearly you haven't. Nope. Sahil Bakari, 5134, marrying a 6-year-old. Look up the definition of a cult. Below radical ginger. So stop bringing up skin colour. No one cares about that. It's extremist views we care about. There you go. Electrodoc spoke without moving his lips. Not all in his way in the same way. It's cults. So let me define this. I'm not being rude. No, I didn't think you were. But many Sikhs and Hindus can leave their faith. They don't get death threats. Yep. But it does so, doesn't it? What else do you want me to say? You can criticize Hindu laws, even paganism. You won't get the death threats 99% of the time. No, you won't. If we read that'd just be a crime statistic. That's just the UK. So what's that got to do with the fact it's nothing to do with like how Islam is and how Christianity is to women? That's just crime. Well, happy-go-lucky hobbits, and they are the orcs. That's a good one, isn't it? Every religion gets to freely choose, except 90% of rates go unconvicted. Yep, that's probably about right. Yeah. Go watch Candid with Lubna. Oh, yeah, she explains it very well that many rapist Pakistanis come from Manipur. Yeah, but she also seems to defend Muslims and then say this that you could sort of think, yeah, she's sort of saying they're bad, and then
She locks non-members out of the live chat as well, which is something that's why I've like started, not really bothered. If she's going to do that, I'm same kind of idea of what you think. I think, why would you do that? Why have we got to pay to chuff in, give an opinion?
Yeah,
that would have been supporting Candid with Lubna. You know what I mean? I'd have been supporting her. I'd have been all for everything that she was saying. But you just can't. Yeah.
I thought it's a shame because I went on there because I was going to go up actually on the screen and sort of talking that, and I realized members only. I was like, well, that means I can't even comment, so I don't watch her anymore.
Yeah.
But she put one of my messages up on screen, and I said you should have open chat, and that way you can get both sides of the story. She's like, yeah, but then she just carried on members only.
Well, maybe she couldn't find the button. Another picnic.
Yeah, or it's a way of forcing people into paying. That's what it's about. Yeah. But I'm not like that, so I don't do it. So, but yeah, I'm not a fan of Sam Shamoon. He's gone off the deep end, so I'm trying to sort of go past because a lot of rubbish being said. So, yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that come up with some excuse for that, mate.
Yeah.
When you go back to get your haircut finished for Mark.
I didn't read
Mark
that one.
Started on Richard. He got you there, geez.
No product in it. It's only a trim.
He did post that up about 20 odd minutes ago, though. Oh my God, I'm miles behind. Let me catch up. How old was Mary when she married Joseph, and how old was Joseph? That old chestnut, that's just debunked, and there's no evidence in the Bible that's going to actually give you an age to even have an argument on that. So,
well, nobody said that Joseph had sex with Mary, did it? Did they? Well, God's child or something.
Yep, but they try to make this, that, and everything else out of it, but there's nothing. What's the other one with Rebecca and Isaac? And she was only 3. You're like, what, 3 years old? And she's carrying all those big water gallons to feed the camels. That some Muslims are so bad at arguments, it's ridiculous. So, God logic is fake logic. You're going to say that because he absolutely destroys Islam for that paedophile culture that it is. Nikki subbed to your page. Hey!
Oh, cheers, Nikki. Thanks, darling.
Battery died. Oh, that's all right. Not a problem. I'm not going to sit here and put saves oil. I know it saves soil. I got it wrong yesterday. I made myself look a right muppet. But no, it's all good, Paula. I'm going to do a lot more sort of call-ins and whatever, and hopefully other people can say what I don't know about Islam and etc. So we can all learn together as well. I don't know everything, but hopefully, telling like to go to site David Wood, Apostate Prophet, God Logic, etc. is a good thing. They'll help you. Might even see you there in the chat. Who knows? But Apostate Prophet and David Wood normally go at 11 p.m. live. It's quite late, so
yeah, them two are quite good, aren't they? Yeah.
But they're very educational. So yeah, even Nikki says a good chat. Yeah, you had some good questions, etc. There. I was thinking whether you can ask a question. I'll have to go to the keyboard and ask Shake Google, but I was all right. But yeah, it was good. So I appreciate you coming up, Paula. So I don't know if you're still around or you end up watching this on catch up because it's just taking about half an hour to get back to it. So I'll ignore that because that's just, but they say like it's all whatever because your ignorance and hatred of Muslims and Islam. Like I've got the Quran there. I'm reading it, mate. And the hadiths. So just because I've been knowledgeable about it and I've got an IQ above 80 because my mum's not my sister. Do you know what I mean? So the amount of satanic ritual abuse in this country. Yeah, Islam. That's right. Yeah, it's Susan Hall asked Sadiq Khan and he laughed it off. That was it. And I thought that what an insult to the victims, though.
Yeah.
John Bernard, yes, full stop. Shouldn't even be allowed to have powers as it's not British for British people. They look after their own. Yeah. Electrodoc did show was it 1689?
1689 Bill of Rights. What does it say about foreign power in government?
Yes.
If you do that as a search string, you'll find it, and it's also on the government website as well. It's not just some made up junk by disinformation campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've unfortunately
it's all good in the hood, right?
Yeah.
If you go back, Israel was giving money to Hamas like many, many, many years ago. The whole idea was to help them build and have a nice democracy called Palestine. But obviously they used the money for other stuff. So you're trying to twist that as if like Israel gave Hamas money to actually attack Israel when they didn't. They gave them money because the whole idea was to help the country grow. But
all of us
too busy trying to force Islamic law.
All the countries have given Hamas money, haven't we? Where did they get £50 million to build all the tunnels with? That were our donation to them, to get them back on their feet. And what did they do? They just built a load of tunnels so they could go and attack the Jews.
Yeah, basically.
And America as well. So why wouldn't the Israelis do it? I mean, the Israelis have got Muslim people in Israel. You know what I mean? They're perfectly all right with it. This is why I'm saying that it's the radical Islams that are the problem. The normal moderate Muslims are living quite happily in Israel and very productive, you know,
Yep.
like they are in this country. You know, the normal common garden Muslims are all right in this country, you know. I mean, you've got some on your street, haven't you, Wiz? Well, not on your street, you know, living in the house near your street. Obviously, they're not going to leave them homeless because, like, you know, got war veterans going into them homes. But not to worry, no, that's going completely off topic. But yeah.
Go left at the traffic lights, turn right, straight ahead. But this Nirian, I'll tell you, the amount of lies that he's actually posted, this is the best one. Look, genocided an entire population. Where's the evidence for that?
Yeah.
What an absolute liar. Because in
Gaza,
reading
this from
nearly 900,000 people.
Yeah.
Sorry, say again, mate.
I say I don't know where he's getting these ideas from. It's obviously some disinformation thing that his rabbit hole has managed to dig through. And he's just ended up stuck down there. He's decided something that piques his interest, such as Jews are really bad, and then carried on digging and just gone down that path of all Israelis are bad. All Israelis, all Israelis are bad, and you know, but we're on the other side saying not all Muslims are bad. But he's not taking any notice of that because he's blinded by his darkness of his rabbit hole, really. You know,
like that. Gaza is rubble. What? So there's blown up buildings. How does that in any shape or form mean a genocide? That's buildings being blown up, not people. You're talking 50 to 60,000 people, sadly, killed who were innocent during a war, which always happens, innocent deaths. Remember, 50 to 60,000 people out of 5.5 million. That is not a genocide, you liar.
Are you on the left, Nirian? Are you on the left of the political spectrum? I believe you probably are.
Yep. I'm trying to go through some but I keep clicking on them because well, that's well said. But my main worry is we have laws against these religious texts, laws that some might want changed for all the wrong reasons. Paula from the call-in. I recognise Big Red P. I know it's you, Paula. We have laws against these religious texts, laws that some might want changed for all the wrong reasons. You mean like Sharia law and the fact that we have a Christian country and they're trying to make out like you're not allowed to say anything because of Islamophobic and we'll be silenced so they can just push their agenda. So, proper geezer. Oh my God, I was thinking about you yesterday. I had like nearly 5,000 people popping in for yesterday's live. And it was afterwards, I was talking to my missus and that. And I actually turned around and said, oh, I didn't see proper geezer. I haven't seen him in ages. Yeah, it has been a while. Hope you're all good, mate. I was thinking, but I was like, I hope he's working and like not ill or anything like that. So, but yeah, glad to. How weird that I think of you and the next day you're here. How weird is that? But yeah, it's good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Feel free to send super chats and sign for a membership. Isn't it odd they shape their policy to be favourable to fossil fuel companies? Well, I hope so, because fossil fuels make our bills go down. That'd be much better. It's more like an uncivilization. It's green energy is an absolute farce. As Kundra Luma says, they refuse to condemn their own communities. Exactly. They've always come up with some rubbish to defend it. So it's ridiculous. But Rainbow people in Islam have not made an alliance. There's videos going around where they all got their signs and the Muslims are attacking them. So, yeah, the Brotherhood, that's what we mentioned earlier. I think Electrodoc said about Muslim Brotherhood as well. But in the UK, it's registered as a charity. A charity. You couldn't make it up. So, it's in the Bible, not the Quran, you hillbilly. Oh, you're just talking rubbish, right? We have to Jennifer Barnes, definitely. What are political views on migration? For now, it just all needs to stop. All of it. We need to catch up. We need, because we've got 53,000 illegal immigrants. We don't even know where they are. Home Office lost them. Yeah, lost them. Whatever next. When you got time, go and listen to Inspire FM, Muslim radio station. Some of the segments very revealing. Oh God! But you'll come away from that, Saxon, with a lower IQ, and that's the problem. Yes, I agree with you, Roger. What are we saying yes for? I'm against illegal migration. We don't know who they are, where their intentions are. Yeah, because they get rid of all their paperwork. So we don't even know their criminal record. So that's really dangerous. So Danny Openshaw, definitely banned. They are not British. Still here. Buongiorno. Yeah, because I was saying about it one night. I was like, oh, she's still here because it took me so long to get to it. No MPs, not local council members, no high-ranking officials in hospitals, police, armies, civil service, no welfare, no voting rights, full protection under law, but not right to influence it. Bang on. Should not be any Muslims in any part of our government. I agree. 65387. That's a cool name. None. English-born residents in political systems should reduce and capped to keep the country Christian. Yep. I think they should have to say, as an MP or whatever, you got a sign saying can say that you are of a Christian faith. Or you'll
eat bacon. You'll eat bacon. Or you'll draw a crayon drawing of Allah.
Yeah. Yep. Nad Akbar, we know where this is going. If you remove the means of life, such as building hospitals, that is part of a genocide. No, it's not. They're buildings, you absolute pillock. So if you actually remove buildings, that's genocide. No, genocide is about literally out a whole species of people, mate. People, not buildings. It's called demolition. You got confused between genocide and demolition. But this is what happens when your mum is your brother and your sister, and you're just about to marry your other sister. Do you know what I mean? Your IQ's gone. I bet he looks at a dog and calls it a cat.
Have they got any dogs over there?
Well, the Muslims do get married, so yeah, there must be quite a few.
All right.
Blah-bum.
Yes, I'll put Nadaka right there with that comment there.
Yep. But what you put there, that's the most important bit, because it's been unprecedented in what Israel have done with phone calls, messages, dropping flyers, get out, we're bombing it. And Hamas are like, where are you all going? And we're like, oh, Israel said they're bombing the area, so we need to get out. And then Hamas are like, no, you got to stay there. So that, and you're right, it was literally they were doing certain types of bombs that literally go through the concrete to get to the tunnels.
And why do Israel warn the citizens before they're going to bomb anything? Because they have signed the Human Rights Act, the war. What's it called? The thing of war, isn't it? You know, because they're civilized rather than anyone else who isn't civilized.
Yeah. I'm not a Muslim, so I'm definitely smarter than you. So I'm not Muslim. I'm not part of the royal family. So there's no incest going on here. So I'm definitely a few points above you in the world of being smart. So yes. And obviously, even when I did read the Quran, I knew straight away that it was fake. So I'm definitely smarter. I didn't go, okay, I'm a Muslim now. I shall now bow to a man that rapes 9-year-olds. Yes. Oh, hello, Mohammed. Is that semen all over your clothes? Let Aisha scrape it off before you go to prayer.
I agree with Mark there. Yeah, I'm going to agree with Mark there.
If you rush across the border and attack people as soon as peace treaty is over, there will be retaliation. If you also took hostages, it will carry on until you release hostages. Yeah. Yep, you got to release the sausages.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yep, 100%. By dog, you mean your mum? Yes, your mum. Yep. I mean your mum. Yep. Any proof of that? Of Hamas saying they need to stay? Nope. Yeah, it's actually written. Go. I'll tell you, I bet people see things like this and just come on here and just talk out their backside. They haven't got a clue. They've not read anything. It's literally written, like even in certain newspapers and that, saying that Hamas refused to let Palestinians leave, knowing their areas to be bombed, so they could then blame Israel for killing innocent civilians. And they used them as shields. So,
yeah.
So you say something, and therefore it's true. You're a bigot. Bless your cottons. No, factualist. I talk facts. Anything I say, you can look up. That's why a lot of what I say or do, like earlier, I bring it up on screen because straight away you're like, "That's not in the Quran." Yeah, it is. It's Surah 2, verse 191. Blah blah blah. Isn't it? So they can't argue. So it's on screen. But yeah, you're an absolute prat, mate. You're definitely defending your paedophile prophet.
Yeah, either that or a leftist.
Yep. So I've actually caught up. Get in. It only took an hour and 25 minutes.
Yay, confetti.
Blimey heck. Yeah, that's what I need. Let's see if I
a confetti
let
cannon.
me check. I've got let me see.
Yeah, Ray. You got. Oh, there's another one. Look. Oh, you seem to be protecting about talking.
Oh, there's a Muslim.
Give a source or shush Gandalf. Who's he talking to? Me or you? Oh, wait.
Talking about your bag. It's Gandalf, isn't it? It's Gandalf, you plum. A sauce for what? What sauce do you want?
What? Yeah.
Brown sauce? Reggae sauce? Reggae sauce.
Even if you posted it to them, then they wouldn't look. Defo not a leftist.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right.
I'll put all the stuff up, you know. Like, go and look at Sahir al-Bukhari 5134. Read that, and then tell me again why you are a Muslim. Because that's just sick. I hope you ain't got kids. And if you think that's a good thing and you want to defend it, then I hope the police come around and check your hard drive. Because that's just like weird.
Weird.
Oh no, she was 9, but they didn't start counting their age till they were 10, so she was 19.
Sick.
I'll just say it the way it is, geez. I appreciate your eye-opening approach. Yeah, I'm just blunt. I'm blunt because people like to call me words that rhyme with blunt. Because I'll just say it the way it is. I mean, I can't gloss it up. Gloss up a paedophile prophet.
Shouldn't.
Do you know what I mean? I can't. No, I'm not going to defend that. Also about the genocide convention. What you on about now? That is very true, Paula. Yes, when they can't give facts, they give insults. They do, and they try and say this, that, and everything else to try and like attack you personally because you can't defend a paedophile and you can't defend a book that says the sun sets in muddy water. Semen comes from the ribs, from between the ribs. Who come up with that idea? Muhammad split the moon, but we've only got one moon, so no, never.
Is that why our tits are so big? Removing the means of life is covered under Article 2. Yes, the Muslims know that. That's why they keep hiding all the crap inside hotels and inside civilian structures. This is what we've pointed out to you.
And started a war by trying to genocide the Jews on October the 7th. So, mate, but a bearded man cosplaying as a wizard is more likely going to need his hard drive checking. See, if you want to have a look, mate, he's basically, like, again, he's trying to sideswipe it because he knows, like, he's going to go and pray to Muhammad the pedo. Muhammad's a pedo. Allah sucks balls. Well, whatever. I was going to say something else, but I stopped myself because I'll get myself at it. But
I can scare them off. I can scare off all the Muslims.
Hello, doggy. The French Parliament is MPs who oppose the government and government rules. Well, I never knew that. DN sit. How much you lot getting paid by Israel? Millions, mate. Millions. I'd accept millions from Israel to talk about how dirty Islamic ideology is and how evil it is. Yeah, without a doubt. 100%.
I get him a tenner last week just for a chuffy what's name for a Wi-Fi repeater. So I doubt he's getting paid.
Yeah, I'll stand with Israel all day long. So if they want to offer me money to talk about Islam, how bad it is, not a problem. I'll accept it. Sponsored by Israel. 100% yes, Celtic Breeze. Nadakba, you seem to be under the impression that I am Muslim.
That's a good accent, actually. Well done.
I made it up all on my own. No, I'd want at least a $5, to be honest. At least a $5, just to make it worth my while. You know what I mean? I'm not getting jaw rake for free of charge.
A tenner, I'll take my teeth out. A tenner and I'd take my teeth out.
That's it. That's what Muslims say to 8-year-old boys. My username's just to raise bait racists and bigots. Seems to be working. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Another Akbar.
No. I mean, you can call me a Nazi if you want to.
Yeah. You're the one defending the paedophile prophet, not me.
Bearing in mind, of course, before you start reporting me, the Nazis would have put me down at birth. All right? This is a birth defect. All right? So don't even go there if you don't want your ass reporting. Thank you. That's the best thumbs up I can do.
Use gold. Well, that's a good logo. No Muslim MP should be involved in the grooming gang victim public inquiry. 100%.
No.
They're going to hide it. They will defend and hide and do whatever they have to. So, yeah, you're right.
Yes, it's called jizya.
I agree.
Safe, so that's Paula, isn't it? Yes. So do non-Muslims have to pay money? Yes, it's called the jizya tax, and it's 50% of your income, and that could be taken out in a civilized country like this. It could be taken out through your poll tax if a Muslim MP got in, or it would have to be an Islamist, a radical Islam. But then again, are we actually free from them? Because any Muslim who's what do they call it, who's not radical, a moderate Muslim, could easily have control taken away from them by the radicals, because the radicals are not good. The Muslim
pay your jizya.
Yeah.
Jizya. We're not being rude when we're talking. Jizya. Jizya. Pay your jizya, convert to Islam, or die. That's your choice.
Virtual Aviator, I caught it on the Apostate Prophets channel, or Harris Sultan. I think it was Harris Sultan. It starts off quite low, but it can reach as high as 50%.
Yeah. They can sell it to whatever. But like you say, you got to pay that or die. So, what are you going to do?
Or convert.
That's what India is.
Convert. Don't go to any pubs anymore, which is what they're taking off at map anyway, aren't they? Pubs, because they don't need to go out to pubs to go and meet girls, do they? They have other ways of getting girlfriends than going out to pubs. Nightlife's dying in Mansfield. Well, not Mansfield, because I don't live in Mansfield. There's too many haters in here. Wherever that might be. Mansfield, Ohio, in the good old USA. Yeah, have a look. Have a look, Vic, while you're doing it. Are you having a look, Wiz?
Yeah.
For how much jizya is. That'd be a good thing to throw up. There we are. There we are, ladies and gents. We have some information. The amount of jizya paid varies historically and is not fixed.
Historically, jizya was a tax levied on non-Muslim subjects in Islamic states, and the rates could range from 0 to 5% of their income, depending on the financial capability of the payer. In some cases, it was high as 50%. The jizya was intended as a fee for protection and services provided by a Muslim ruler to non-Muslims. That will die. That's why India has Muslims in it, because through war, it was like convert or die. So they converted.
Even though when I'm talking, I do a lot of umming and ahhing. My memory is very good for things like that, especially. Yes.
It can be as high as 50%. So what Electrodoc said at 50% is correct.
I would not sell a lie to anybody. I would not sell a lie to anybody. There you go.
Akbar.
So now,
what's
he going to say about that? What's he going to say about that? Is he going to say, "Oh yeah, sorry about that, guys, you were right"?
Non-Muslims.
No, Willie L. He won't say anything like that. No, he won't.
Don't say Willie, because he'll try and put it in his mouth. But yeah, we go 50%, and he's like, "You've got a source for that?" Yeah, Google. Boosh, have it. Well remembered, Electrodoc.
Thank you.
You are a hero. You got it right. He called you out.
I didn't get it right, mate. I just remembered. I just remembered. I just remembered stupid stuff like this. just so as I could prove that I were decent in some cases. Okay, so mostly 0 to 5% on one occasion. But yeah, but I'm still not wrong, am I?
It's right there, mate.
Yeah.
Here we go. It says there's two. They are islamguide.info. That's where it's from.
Yep.
So there you go, geese. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Look further down, see if there's any more sources for it, Wiz. See if there's any more sources for that statistic.
Islam Guide, Reddit. Wikipedia.
Oh, well, yeah, but you can't really trust Wikipedia. That's probably where Chuffing Nadal's got most of his crap from. Wikipedia has been reading there. It's full of chuffing blue-haired gonk wombles. Gonk womble!
Gonk wombles! Islam 365, Islam Online. They can look it up. There it is. It's basically saying that's like the source. So there you go. As far as I'm concerned, Electrodoc has been proven to be correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Like and subscribe, guys, to me and Wiz. Oh, maybe not the leftist. Don't you bother. You're all right. Rather not.
Look, ask it what it is and who pays it. It's right there in front of you. Where do you think ChatGPT is going to get it from, you banana? You banana. So, yeah, let me do my little... I haven't done it today. Look. Ready? If I click it.
What you doing?
Nothing. It's not working. I'm literally doing nothing, mate. It's not working.
It'll be picnic again. Yeah, I can see it. It says 0 to 5% in massive blue lettering. Kind of sad that you just pick and choose whatever you want to justify your hate. What? I said 50%. I've been told it was 50% by someone else who I believe to be truthful. And they've just looked it on there. And then we looked a bit further down and it said, yes, it has been up to 50%. Therefore, that is not untrue, is it?
Exactly that. Oh, me little like and subscribe thing's not working. That's terrible. I'm disgusted.
And it's probably 0% in a Muslim country because they won't have to pay a chuffing jizya, would they?
Fuse Gold is on it. Look. Christian MPs in Parliament ever? It's a very, very simple question. It is. So.
Well, whatever. I don't care about any other religion. I don't care if they're atheists. They can be, dare I say it, they can be Satanists if they want to be. But you know, it's just the one radical one that we don't really need in there because they are not going to have our best interests at heart. It's a British country. It's an English country. It's the UK. You know, it's the UK for God's sake, right? They need to have that first and foremost on their manifestos rather than chuffing airports for fucking India and shit like that. Yeah. Sorry, Treff, I'm blind, but I did. A little bit.
Yep. Non-Muslims have to pay it. Greeks had to pay the tax when under Ottoman 400 years tyranny. Yep.
Yeah, we're asking us for bloody source, weren't it? You're asking for sources. I mean, the Bird Box got it. Yeah, pro-pally idiots refuse all evidence that proves them wrong. Absolutely correct. And we've just proved it right there.
He's like, yeah, no, appreciate sources, blah, blah. In some cases, yeah, in some cases. But yeah, it's not to 5%, but in some cases it can be 50%. Where and when it was 50%, we do not know, but it is valid to say so. But obviously, yeah, I mean, in general, you'd say, look, it is 0 to 5%, but it has been known to be up to 50%. But that obviously isn't the norm, is it? So, yep, genuine. So at least he acknowledges that. So fair play to him. Well done. Let's face it, we get taxing up by Labour. We certainly don't need any more. That's it.
I'm
we
right.
would, though. We'd be paying 90% tax if it all become Muslim MPs and mayors and everything, and they had their way. They'd be like, oh, well, you're Christian, so you're going to die unless you give us jizya. So...
Yeah, we've allowed them into country, said welcome. You know what I mean? But now the tide is starting to, the pendulum is starting to shift to the other side, and folks don't like it because we're seeing through it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we're wanting the best for our country because our country is collapsing. You know, this is why Ben Habib, Advance UK.
Yep.
Join. You will not be splitting any vote by joining Advance UK. I can post my link if you want me to.
That's a film.
What's
the
that?
Bird Box. That's a film, isn't it? Bird Box.
Yeah, yeah.
Pro-pally idiots refuse all evidence that proves them wrong. 100%. That's what makes it so annoying. And to a degree, in my head, maybe yours, I don't know. That to me makes it dangerous because you can't educate stupid, and you certainly can't educate ignorance.
Yep.
And to say there's a genocide when there isn't, an apartheid, there isn't.
Yeah. I agree with you, Fuse Gold. So, yes, even Reform's top donor is Muslim. It's the last one. I just thought I'd pick up on it. Yeah, you're right, which is why, you know, obviously Reform are going to get in and in an early election, and then by 2029 we need as many members as we can do in Advance UK to vote in Ben Habib, who is actually a Christian Pakistani. Right now, call me racist. Yeah, he's a Christian Pakistani, but I back that bloke through hell and high water. I will do. You know, he's brilliant. Even Wizards starting to see the light now, aren't you, mate?
I see the light. I saw the light during my near-death experience, but I didn't go towards it, mate. I was shit myself and ran backwards.
There you go.
I see the light.
Yeah, so I mean, to be honest, I don't really trust what's his name, Fuse Gold. I don't really trust what's his name, Zia Yusuf. I don't know about that guy. You know, it threw all his toys out the pram because somebody wanted to ban the burqa, and then suddenly is back in again with the party as a different person altogether. A different what is he? Policies.
He's on TV News. I watch him on that. He's normally quite good, but he always talks against Islam and the burqa on there.
Well, yeah, but is that taqiyya? Is that taqiyya? Who knows?
But is he actually? So is he actually a Muslim then?
Yeah, practicing. Yeah.
So.
And what's that for you? Why do they keep Ben Habib's religion private? They don't, mate. They don't, Fuse Gold. He's a Christian. He says it straight away on. If you watch Liam Tuff's interview from about 3 or 4 months ago, he goes into it all the time. He's always explaining it. He was born in Pakistan, came over here, and is Christian. His dad was obviously a moderate Muslim because he was a doctor over here, and his mum has blonde hair and blue eyes. He says if he cut his veins, he will bleed red, white, and blue, and I believe him. Wikipedia
identifies,
mate. Do not listen to Wikipedia. It's all left propaganda, really. Look somewhere else.
He's a British Muslim patriot. He was born to Sri Lankan immigrant parents who worked for the NHS. And Yusuf has expressed concerns about immigration and has been a significant donor to Reform UK. So there we go. All good.
Oh, yeah.
All good in the hood.
Yeah, he saw the winning party and then invested in that. He saw the winning party, invested in that, got a seat next to Nigel Farage. I've never seen David Bull really doing any kind of speeches, and he's supposed to be the shadow prime minister if it happened to Nigel, but not heard anything from him. It's always Zia, Yusuf, and Nigel. You just spot that particular puzzle piece, and you'll see it all over. He's always just stood at the side of Nigel. It's never David Bull. What percentage of the citizens need to be Muslim before the UK is called a Muslim country? I would say as soon as one gets into power, in which you're probably going to need about 20-30% of Muslims in this country before they all start voting one way towards the one who's a Muslim party, such as the Green Party or Hezbollah, your party.
Happy days. I didn't know that. The bells of our churches were banned on the Islamic. I suppose it makes common sense, really. Of course it does. You're not allowed to breathe in or out without Islamic permission.
Why would that happen? I mean, I slept in my cousin who lives here now. Well, he stays over quite regular. My cousin, I used to stay at his house, and they had a big, grandfather clock that used to chime on the hour every hour. And I was sleeping in the same room as that. And after one night, I got used to it. My brain just cut off at that hour. So it didn't wake me up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bong, bong, and it didn't used to wake me up because you just get used to it. Now, if you're listening to somebody screaming into a microphone, random bloody words, then that is going to wake you up because your brain can't get used to that pattern. Whereas a church bell, it's got a pattern to it and you just get to ignore it, don't you? It just starts to be part of the background noise.
Definitely. Nada Akbar. Yeah, that's literally what I said. Mostly 0 to 5, and it might have been up to 50%. That's basically what I did say. So
that one,
Even Reform stopped that. Oh, we've done that.
Yeah.
Why do they keep Benabi's religion private? They don't. You can Google it. Also just looked into jizya, and it was a tax which non-Muslims pay, but the tax was separate because services needed to be made for that group, for example churches, synagogues, etc. It's separate because obviously Muslims don't pay jizya.
It's not for churches. It's not for churches and synagogues at all. It's for the mosques
to live, to survive. You're not going to be putting a church up in an Islamic state,
and then they're going to charge you jizya for a church. No.
Yeah, follow the Polish thing, definitely. Okay, it's private. That's all I was referring to.
Yeah, no,
I'm not a fan of the burqa. Completely unnecessary. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that woman in the court. That was funny. She wore it in court, and then she got banged. So, Paula, what percentage of the citizens need to be Muslim before the UK is called a Muslim country? 50%. 50%, and then that's it. They say, "Oh no, half of this country is now Muslim, so you might as well make it Islamic."
I don't know. This is why I was saying about 20 to 30%, because they're all going to vote, and the women will take notice of the head of the household, which will be the man, right? And then they'll vote in a particular party, such as the Greens or the Hezbollah party, and then that's it. I'm moving.
Yep. I mean, they'd do it as soon as they could, but officially, as soon as you can hit 50%, they say, well, half is that, but half is us, and we're more important, so we've got to make it Islamic, and it'd no longer be a Christian country. So that's sort of like the rule. I do like Ben Habib, though, the way he talks anyway. Yeah, he seems to be quite on the ball, to be fair. Jizya is a protection racket tax. It doesn't get spent on churches or synagogues. There you go. Even Muslim countries have banned the burqa because it's not even necessary. It's weird. Also, most of the churches in occupied northern Cyprus were turned into barns for animals. No surprise there. This is a Christian country. We don't like church bells, then look Look into the amount of convicted Labour PDS over the last decade. Out of 600 and cancers, 26 of them are known PDFs. Not a single one has spent a day in prison. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that pulled up on that Labour 25 link that I sent earlier.
That's it. Labour 24, yeah.
Yeah.
Pakistan is Islamic State and has tons of churches. Yeah, but you don't want to be seen in one, to be fair. And then you will get all of the so-called rights of the locals. If they get to 50%, yes, that's what I said. We have to 100% revert fully back to the English Constitution. Mohammed, ban burqas, ban Muslims, Allah scammer. Allah scammer.
The ones who have
the
ones. The countries that have banned the burqas are also the ones that will not accept Gazan refugees, etc. They won't let the Muslim refugees in. They're the ones that have banned the burqas, because obviously you've got places like Qatar and that. Even though Qatar are just their own entity, aren't they? Because they keep paying. Yeah, I wouldn't even like to unearth all that crap. Hello, Slim. Hey, look, Slim. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I believe that.
I did see that
what's happening with the Bamberg thing. Yeah.
Come on, guys, be fair when it comes to such and sources. Tons of Islamic states have churches and synagogues. Synagogues, are you for real? Because they actually literally do ethnically cleanse Jews, full stop. They hate them. There's, I think, one Islamic state or something. It's got like 0.1% Jews because all the rest were just murdered or thrown out. They literally try to force them out. So synagogues, probably not, mate. No. Churches, maybe a few here and there, but when it's a full-on Islamic state, they just bomb it anyway. Also, Muslims must pay the zakat, which is a compulsory tax which funds the state. Yeah, which is basically the Islamic state. Muslims have a call to pray. I always wonder what it means in English. Any ideas? A call to pray?
Call to prayer, I'm imagining.
Call to prayer. Yeah.
Always wonder what that means in well, that is English.
Dictatorship, that's what it means.
Yeah.
And the Pakistani Christians are getting raped and killed. Yes, they are. Been listening in while doing chores, Slim Shady. The only Slim Shady. The other Slim Shadys are just imitating. It is a Muslim country when they have control and they are well on the way. Yeah, and bearing in mind, it feels like that, and they're only 6.7% of the country. And it feels like that. It's crazy, isn't it? We get reports all the time and pray for them. Nice try. Zakat isn't allowed to go to Christian or Jewish causes. Yeah, that's the one. It sounded more and more illegal. It should be made illegal. The Islamic call to prayer is called the Adnan. That's it. Oh, I'm glad you're here. I was going to look it up, but I was being lazy.
The Adnan, but that don't sound English to me.
Adnan.
Yeah.
Back to front. Nanda.
Yeah.
Adnan.
I suppose
there's a name for it, but
the English way of Islamic call to prayer in English would be come and get your full English.
Yeah.
Probably called from a cafeteria somewhere.
But in Islam, it's pray or die, convert or die.
Pay your jizya or die.
Or die. Yeah.
Pay your jizya or die. Yeah,
that's basically it. Oh look, I caught up. Yay!
Of course, Labour are all for the Muslim vote, which is why they're shipping so many in. We see the light, we see what's happening, and this is why there's so many podcasts such as Wizzers that saying, wait a minute, no, we're not having this, because we've got our eyes open, we're awake to what's going on. And no matter where you look, there's proof everywhere, Yeah. There you go.
There we are, ladies and gents.
I'm going to throw myself off. Go on. Go on, carry on. Sorry, I'm talking over you. Go on.
I can't remember what I was going to say now. I was being silly as well. When you said frame myself off, it always makes me laugh. But hey,
bye bye. Don't do that. Whatever you do.
Goodbye to the doggy. That's so
don't
cool.
do that. Don't do that. get chucked into prison like what's his name? What was his name? I forgot his name now.
Tommy Robinson.
No, I forgot his name. No, it don't matter. Right, okay.
That bloke that ended up in prison. Oh, take it easy, mate. Live the dream and all that.
See you.
We'll be back Friday at 4.
See you, chat. Bye.
Come back up Friday. Friday at 4 o'clock, mate. If you want to come back up.
Should be good. Yeah, I know I'm going to Wales again on Saturday. We've got to go and empty her caravan because she's moving. She's got getting rid of caravan if anyone wants to buy caravan.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, if you're about, you are welcome to come up again. If you're not about, then you're not.
Okay,
Simple.
mate. Yep. Cheers. See you.
All right, mate.
Chat.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Electrodoc. He has got his own channel, Electrodoc. Go check him out. Live the dream. Adhan. See, that sounded right. That Adnan. I was like, oh yeah, that rings a bell. But Adhan, now you said that. Oh, right, and geese. It's been a while since I've heard it. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure today, ladies and gents, in the chat, keeping it going like we do. I will be back Friday, 4 p.m. If you want anything a bit later or certain subjects, let me know in the comments when the live is finished. It all helps. Gives me a bit of an idea of what it is you want to talk about, certain subjects, certain news stories, obviously, what's going on and all that. It's all happy days, but take it easy, Pat. Hope you stay safe, and Slim, obviously, and Paula. Thank you for coming up, Paula. Appreciate it. Pat the Milkman, or Pat's Leather Straps, Alien Harp, everyone. Every single one of you in the chat. Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Pleasure. I can't even speak. But don't forget, like I said, Friday will be 4 o'clock. And Saturday, Sunday around 2. But my little like and subscribe thing's not actually working at the moment. It's supposed to be like come up and oh well. Don't forget to like and subscribe, isn't it, really? That's all I can say. It's been a pleasure as always. I do love to sit here talking. I bet your ears are bleeding. But I shall see you all Friday at 4. And like I said, if there's anything you want to talk about, let me know. And Friday, I will indeed invite you all up if you wish to come up. Pat, if you want to come up. Slim. Anyone else? All happy days. So please, everybody, stay safe, stay warm, stay fed, stay living the dream. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that is the wizard's words.